Young mother's battle against a horrifying entity haunting her newborn. YouTube, English. In a quiet suburban neighborhood, a woman named Mary was in labor. Her husband, Jack, stood steadfastly by her side, offering words of encouragement as she went through the challenging process of giving birth. After a prolonged struggle, Mary successfully delivered a healthy baby boy named Adam. However, the joy was short-lived as Mary soon found herself in the throes of labor again, trying to give birth to the second twin. Tragically, this time, the second baby was stillborn. In the following scenes, we saw Mary nursing baby Adam in a nursery with 2 cribs. She couldn't bring herself to part with the second crib, a reminder of her grief. Days passed, and the family settled into their new home, a gift from Jack's company. Jack went off to work, leaving Mary to manage the household. She discovered the automated lighting system that illuminated rooms when someone entered. After finishing her chores, Mary decided to take baby Adam for a stroll in the neighborhood. There, she met her friendly neighbor, Rachel, who was also a mother. They quickly bonded, and Mary welcomed the idea of a playdate. As days went by, Mary began experiencing strange occurrences. She heard what sounded like a second baby crying when she was alone with Adam. Alarmed, she rushed to the nursery, but the second crib was empty. She tried to dismiss it as her imagination. Mary shared her concerns with Jack, and he bought her a more advanced baby monitor. He also urged her to get rid of the empty crib, but Mary resisted. The tension grew between them as Jack's business trips became more frequent. He installed CCTV cameras around the house for safety, further straining their relationship. Mary felt Jack didn't trust her and resented being alone for extended periods. One night, while watching the nursery camera, Mary saw a shadowy figure approaching the crib. She rushed to the nursery, but found Adam safe. Mary decided to visit her neighbor, Jane, who had experienced a similar situation. Jane had encountered a demon that took her child. As Mary delved into her research, she found eerie similarities between her experiences and Jane's. She also noticed that Jane's baby had the same birthmark as Adam. Fearing for her son, Mary confronted Jane, who revealed more about the demon. Jack's business trips continued, and Mary's mental state deteriorated. One night, she heard strange sounds and felt as though she was being watched. She discovered the old baby monitor, which seemed to connect her to the demon. She recorded their conversation, trying to understand why the demon was targeting her son. The story took a chilling turn as Mary woke up to a terrifying figure on her laptop screen during a video call. She began obsessively researching the demon and the threats to her child. One night, she heard a noise outside her room, which turned out to be Jack returning from his trip. He comforted Mary, who was in a fragile state. The next morning, Mary appeared normal, leaving Jack confused. However, when Jack was about to leave for work, Mary locked herself in the bathroom while Adam was in the bath. She panicked, believing her son was in danger. Mary's actions led to her hospitalization, and Jack showed her CCTV footage to convince her of her deteriorating mental health. Convinced that the demon had tampered with the recordings, Mary fled the hospital to protect her son. She returned home to find both Jack and Adam missing. Panicking, she attended Rachel's Halloween party next door, accusing Rachel of an affair with Jack. When Mary's erratic behavior escalated, she threatened Rachel with a knife. Mary's obsession with protecting her son led her to take Rachel's baby, intending to sacrifice it to the demon. Rachel and the police arrived to intervene, with Rachel updating Jack about the situation. Mary was confronted with her actions, but believed she was protecting her son from the demon. In a desperate final moment, Mary raised a knife to harm Rachel's baby when the police officer intervened, shooting her in the chest to save the child. Jack watched the recording in disbelief, his heart heavy with the realization that he had underestimated the horrors his wife had been facing. He replayed the chilling conversation between Mary and the demon, feeling a growing sense of dread. As he sat there, struggling to come to terms with the supernatural forces at play, he heard a soft, eerie noise coming from the nursery. The sound sent shivers down his spine. Slowly, he got up from his seat, clutching the tablet with trembling hands, and made his way to the nursery. The room was dimly lit, and the shadows seemed to dance ominously. The crib where baby Adam slept was still and undisturbed. Jack's heart pounded in his chest as he cautiously approached the crib, expecting the worst. But when he peered inside, he found the baby sleeping peacefully, oblivious to the turmoil that had plagued their lives. Jack let out a sigh of relief, his tension beginning to ease. However, as he turned to leave the room, he noticed something unusual out of the corner of his eye. The second crib, the one Mary had finally dismantled, was no longer empty. Inside it, bathed in an eerie, pale light, stood a grotesque and shadowy figure. It was the same entity Mary had encountered, a demon-like creature with eyes that seemed to pierce into Jack's soul. Frozen with fear, Jack watched as the creature grinned malevolently, revealing rows of sharp, jagged teeth. The room grew colder, and a sense of impending doom hung heavily in the air. The demon's voice, a sinister whisper that seemed to emanate from the depths of darkness, filled the room. It spoke with an unsettling calmness, addressing Jack directly. "You thought you could protect him," the demon hissed. "But you can't hide from me, Jack. I've always been here, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment." Jack's mind raced as he realized the truth. The demon had never left. It had merely bided its time, manipulating events from the shadows, and it was now ready to claim what it believed was rightfully its own. With a surge of determination, Jack reached for the tablet and frantically pressed the emergency button to call for help. He knew he had to act fast to protect his son from this malevolent force. As the sirens of approaching police cars echoed in the distance, the demon's grin widened, and it faded back into the shadows, disappearing from view. The police arrived shortly thereafter, finding Jack alone in the nursery, visibly shaken and clutching his baby tightly. Jack tried to explain what had happened, but he knew that the true nature of the threat was beyond their understanding. In the aftermath of the horrifying events, Jack was left to grapple with the chilling reality that the demon still lingered, a malevolent presence that seemed determined to haunt their lives. He knew that he would need to unravel the mysteries of this supernatural entity to protect his family and uncover the truth about what had truly transpired. And so, The darkness that had descended upon their lives continued to loom, a haunting reminder that some horrors were beyond the realm of human comprehension, and that the battle to protect his son was far from over.